say it's a great honor to be here for Kevin O'Toole. I often wonder how it must be for voters who see his name in the newspaper, hear his name on the radio, and then when they meet him, they find out that he's Italian. It is a great pleasure to be here with so many of my old friends from New Jersey. This is a state where I ran 2 presidential campaigns, 2 U.S. Senate campaigns, 2 campaigns for governor, and at least 3 campaigns for the U.S. House. So I have many friends in all 21 counties. I think I've been to every square inch of the state. I know it pretty intimately. And we all recognize that New Jersey's changed since 1981. People say, well, you know, the demographics have shifted. This is no longer a battleground state. This has become a democratic state, a more reliably democratic state. And it's true. We're more outnumbered than we've ever been. And those numbers can be daunting. They can be bleak. But I don't think New Jersey has changed. It may have changed party-wise, but it hasn't changed when it comes to what we believe in. We still believe in home rule. We still believe in hard work. We still believe in traditional values. And we still believe in honesty and integrity in government. And that's why the New Jersey Republican Party will be back by running exceptional candidates like Kevin O'Toole. I'm also proud to be up here with my friend Tom Kean, who I think has a bright future in the resurgence of the Republican Party here in New Jersey, and someone from whom I expect very great things. Tom, please. I want to acknowledge my old friend Bill Gormley. I'm proud to say that in 2000, I supported Bill Gormley for the U.S. Senate, and I believe, had our party nominated him, he was a strong candidate with a great grasp on the issues, a tremendous following and capability as a candidate. I think he would have beaten John Corzine. If there had never been a Senator John Corzine, there never would have been a Governor John Corzine. New Jersey would not be in the mess it's in today, and we'd have better representation in the United States Senate. My friend Bill Gormley. So I want to clear a few things up because there's a lot of misconceptions. First of all, I want to say categorically, I have never had a threesome with Jim McGreevey and his wife. And secondarily, I was in California this morning, and I was out there with my friend Matt Eventoff, who I think is one of the rising stars here in terms of political operatives, a good friend and associate of mine. We're doing some business together out on the West Coast. Some of you may have read that last summer, when I was on vacation in Venice Beach, that on a lark and a few too many martinis, I had a tattoo put on my back of former President Richard Nixon. And it's true. And in all honesty, the real reason I did it was because it really pisses liberals off. But I do want to deny that when I was in California on this most recent trip, I did not have a tattoo of Hillary Clinton put on my butt, so every time I sat down, I'd be sitting on her face. The Republican Party here has prospered when the Democrats were split. 1970, 1981, 1993, we elected governors when the Democrats were split. Today we see a great split in the Democratic Party. And we're going to see a raucous, bitter Democratic primary, which I think gives our candidate a chance that didn't exist just months ago. Now, Rob Andrews is a formidable candidate, and Frank Rutherford should not be underestimated. But I think in Dick Zimmer, we have prospects of the beginning of the resurgence of the Republican Party, and I think that's good news. That, plus the nomination of candidates like Kevin O'Toole, like Bill Baroni, and others, candidates of vision, candidates of integrity, candidates of real leadership. No longer are we going to be a party of the past, but now as the real party of reform. And that is the answer to the future of the Republican Party. Now, I do want to say a few words about Eliot Spitzer. I predicted 4 months ago on a radio show in Philadelphia, the Mike Smirkani's show, which is a highly rated talk show, that he would not finish out his term as governor. And I think it is really ironic in the final analysis that he resigned over paying a prostitute for sex. I mean, as a libertarian Republican, I'm really not interested in anyone's personal habits. I think that's your business. The real question here is one of hypocrisy. This is someone who was patronizing an escort service while he was prosecuting others. This is someone who was talking about campaign finance reform when he was taking $9 million in illegal contributions from his father to get elected Attorney General and then get elected governor. This is someone who said he was for civil liberties when he was using the state police to spy on the Senate Republican Majority Leader. Now, if the roles were reversed, if Eliot Spitzer were a Republican and Senate Majority Leader were a Democrat, people would be saying, a constitutional crisis, it's Watergate all over again. But in the end, it wasn't the New York Times or the New York Post or the New York Daily News that took down Eliot Spitzer. It was Eliot Spitzer who took himself down, not because of sex, but because he is a hypocrite. And because his entire career he's cut corners and told us that he was better than we were, attacked businesses on Wall Street through press release, but never taken to trial. Somebody who had a charmed life, but when you examine the record, the walk didn't match the talk. So I'm proud of the small role that I played in demonstrating to the people of New York what their governor really was like. He was someone who, because of his enormous wealth and the wealth of his family, purchased the office of Attorney General twice, lost it the first time, despite the $4.5 million in illegal campaign contributions he took in from his father, in a state where family members are limited to $100,000. And because he was able to purchase public office, he never had to get down to the grassroots. He never had to deal with people. He never had to deal with county chairmen or legislators or county commissioners or county legislators, as they happen to be. So he's not someone who had a feel for politics. He's not someone who had a feel for working people. And in the final analysis, he became governor because he was the last Democrat standing. Now I think back to the scandals in this state and to the conflict of interest that this governor has had in the Public Employees Union and certain officials thereof. And there I see an analogous situation to Eliot Spitzer. Now the New Jersey Democrats never failed to exceed my expectations. I thought Jim Florio was the worst governor in New Jersey history until Jim McGreevey came along. And the jury's still out on this governor. But I see no real effort to get spending under control. I see no effort to deal with the state employees union in terms